What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from the HOMES Brewery, and they are out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and this is their CYNOSURE, the prickly pear, banana, and apricot variant. So they're calling this one a Sour Double IPA that is brewed with lactose, then double dry hopped with Mosaic and Ekuanot hops, then blended with the aforementioned 3 fruits, and then finally aged on vanilla beans. It comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 3.5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka No Jinx, for hooking me up with this one. I hung out with Jeff and his lovely wife recently in the Western New York / Finger Lakes region, and Jeff brought me a bunch of different beers to review, and he brought me, I think it was 3 different CYNOSUREs, or maybe 4, and yeah, I appreciate it, Jeff. Like, it's awesome, and some of them are older because the channel's on hiatus for the vast majority of 2021, so whatever Jeff enjoyed, he saved for me. So some of these are going to be, upwards of a year old, some of them, 6 months. This is 3.5 months old, and I appreciate it no matter how old they are, because I feel beers like this, they're still delicious, even with some age on them, because I typically don't get like the IPA portion, maybe sometimes like a generic bitterness or whatever. We'll see with this one. So prickly pear, banana, and apricot, that is a weird fucking mix of fruits, but I'm here for it. Let's crack this one open, get it glass, see what we got going on. Using the Witch's Hat Night Fury Teku, or Tiku, however you want to say it, because why not? So the one thing about these beers is I believe I have one behind me on the pretentious wall of bottles and can, plural. I think these are now brewed with or blended with fruit puree, as opposed to like just brewing it with the fruit before, but I could be wrong. But these do have like the pectin and the fruit puree kind of remnants on it. We'll see if that's the case with this one. I'm going to say yes, based on how this is pouring out. That's definitely the vibe I'm getting. So we'll try to generate a decent head here, but this is going to fizz away because, again, I'm pretty sure it's using fruit puree here. Let's see. Yep, for sure. 100% fruit puree in here. So you can see with like the stained glass there of the remnants, the pectin, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that pours out this really deep, like, man, that's like a purple. It's almost like magenta. Like, it's in person, it kind of looks like if you got like a fake watermelon juice or something. That's kind of what it looks like. Man, that looks cool. That looks like a fruit juice of some sort. Let's get a nose. So I'm getting a little bit of a banana, but it's not like a super sweet banana, just a little bit of a banana there. Here's the thing. I don't eat prickly pear. I don't even know if I can get it here. I probably can if I go to like a specialty store or something. But I've had beers with prickly pear in them. So I kind of know the flavor profile, but I'm not necessarily smelling prickly pear. But at the same time, that's probably what I'm smelling. It almost has like a guava-esque kind of nose. Or like a passion fruit. Almost bubblegum-esque. Apricot's definitely getting lost. So I would say the prickly pear is dominating with a little bit of banana, no apricot. There's a touch of vanilla, very slight. I'm really getting no IPA kind of qualities here. There's a slight like acidic tartness to the nose. You kind of smell like this is going to be a sour beer of some sort. But a lot of these, no matter, here's the thing with the HOMES beers. Whenever I've had a sour IPA or sour double IPA from them, usually that IPA base is just accentuating the fruit flavors, or it's just a generic bitterness. That's typically what I get from these beers. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I would say the prickly pear, kind of a bubblegum, almost guava passion fruit-esque kind of quality to it. Then the banana's right underneath it. This doesn't smell like it's sickly sweet or anything. It just has more of that prickly pear quality. And again, I've never actually had a prickly pear, so I couldn't tell you exactly. I should try to look for one. I will after this. There's not a lot of beers that use prickly pear, so we'll see. Anyway, it smells pretty good. Let's get to it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jeff. That's nice. I like that. That's really fun. Such a different kind of character on the palate. We'll pour the rest in here. Oh, right to the top. I think that Hubba Bubba kind of bubblegum kind of vibe carries over. For sure, 100%. Body in this one's like low full to like, I'm gonna say low to medium full, like almost approaching like a straight up full body. Like it's thick, it's syrupy to some degree. I would say maybe full body. This is pretty thick and syrupy. The mouthfeel, it has a decent amount of carbonation to it. Like there's definite carbonation here. But on top of that, it's very soft and smooth and creamy because of the puree. So body is really thick and the mouthfeel, spot on. The taste, it's the generic, like if Hubba Bubba, just like original bubblegum. That's what I'm kind of getting at front of the palate. It's not sickly sweet, but it has that characteristic. And then there's like this guava passion fruit thing kind of mixing in. Is that prickly pear in a nutshell? I fucking have no idea because as I said for like the 15th time, I've never had prickly pear, but that's kind of what I'm getting. That's right at the front of the palate. Right after that, touch of banana, but I think the banana is probably adding more to the body of the beer than anything. Apricot, I'm really not getting. Halfway through the palate, there's the vanilla that kind of hits, but it's in and out real quick, like just a kiss of it, and then it's gone. On the back of the palate, this is where, again, I get the double IPA portion. There's a generic, like, mild bitterness, slightly earthy, and I'd say that's probably from the Mosaic and Ekuanot. That's what it's doing. Maybe drinking this one fresher, you'd get a little bit more, but I've had these ones relatively fresh, and again, a lot of them, the IPA just doesn't come through. To me, this isn't overly sweet for a beer like this. There's a really nice tart punch to the beer in general. It's firmly tart, and there's an acidic kind of bite on the back of the palate, but it's not like too much where I'm going to have heartburn if I finish the rest of this can. That Hubba Bubba original like type of bubblegum feel to me, like the flavor itself, I like it. I like, you know, just regular bubblegum flavor. That's why, like, when I get it in, like, a Treehouse beer from the yeast, I enjoy it. Like, that's more, like, juicy fruit, like, specific for me. This is more like Hubba Bubba or, like, just, like, an old school, just plain, or, like, Bazooka Joe or something, you know? Maybe not as stale as, like, a Bazooka Joe, though. Man, I really want to try prickly pear now because I like this flavor profile, and it could be just a mix of the prickly pear with the banana with the apricot that's giving me this, and then I'll just eat a prickly pear and be like, that's totally not what it tastes like. But as far as this beer is concerned, this is fucking delicious, honestly. I wasn't expecting this to be like, you know, really great or anything because, again, prickly pear I was kind of unsure of, and then banana and apricot, just a fucking weird mix of beers. And surprisingly, it's fucking really good. Like, I'm enjoying this one. 7.5%, no fucking way. Like this, I'm going to drink the rest of this. I'm going to enjoy it. And I like, again, that there's a nice firm tartness to this one. Without that tartness, I think by the end of it, might be a little bit too sweet. But again, this is not overly sweet to begin with, so maybe not. I don't know. This is really fucking good. Not much more to say about this one other than a rating on the CYNOSURE, the prickly pear, banana, and apricot. I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5. This is fucking excellent. This is an excellent beer within the series. I've had a couple within the series. I got a couple more within the series, courtesy of Jeff. One's pretty old, and I'm going to wait to the exact 1 year mark to review that one, and the other one's like right now like 7 months old. I'll probably just review that soon. But this is pretty good for 3.5 months old. I don't know what this drank like fresh, but almost at 4 months old, it's fucking delicious. So price and availability, I believe these were $20 at the $20 4-pack at the brewery. So that's kind of the going rate for a sour double IPA that's double dry hop with Mosaic and Ekuanot, and then, you know, blended with the fruit purees of 3 different fruits and then aged on vanilla beans. Yeah, like you're gonna pay probably $5 a can. And the availability, pretty sure these are brewery only. If not, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure they're brewery only though. So yeah, I mean, you might like think like I'm disappointed, or to me, I'm still trying to process the flavor of that bubblegum in conjunction with what I think the other flavors are, but also trying to compare it to prickly pear, which I've never had before. So my brain's like, you've never had that. Stop making that comparison because you can't. And I'm just like, why not? I got to get some prickly pear. Anyway, if you've had this one before, whether it was fresh, aged, whatever the case may be, let me know what you think about it. I think this is fucking delicious. Holmes usually does great stuff, so I'm not surprised in the least. But yeah, I didn't expect this one to be that good. It fucking is. So Jeff knows my palate. I know Jeff's palate. So he probably thought this is one Joe to enjoy to try. And you were right, Jeff. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Thanks again to Jeff for hooking me up with a delicious beer from Holmes. Till the next one. Cheers.